man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out.
All right, let's get into a extended boxing video on the road. I got 2 more stops to make at the crib. That when I get my drive fixed. But yeah, let's talk about it. Joshua tells Wilder that the original DAZN offer still stands. Leo Santa Cruz said he wanted a rematch with Gervonta Tank Davis, which is crazy. Also, I heard from Steven So-Called Nelson that he got it confirmed that they didn't let Bud in the ring. I'll explain that situation. But first, Bob Arum said Errol Spence need to stop hiding behind Al Haymon. Okay, so that's what he said. Let's get to that. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Is he hiding behind Al Haymon? Is the $1 million question. Man, I don't know. I do know for a fact that I heard from a few PBC sources from people that Al ain't trying to make that fight. Now, I don't know if it's Errol going to Al saying, I don't want that fight, I don't want that fight. But I know for sure from good sources that Al ain't trying to do that fight. So I don't know if Errol telling Al, like, oh, no, I don't want to do that fight, I don't want to do that fight. Or if it's, you know, Al saying no. But I'm going to pretty much say it's probably Errol. I know for a fact that Derrick James said that he wasn't ready for Terrence Crawford a few years ago. That's a fact. Now, I don't know exactly who he told it to, but it got relayed to me. And they the one making excuses. Well, you know, Kell Brook would be the best fighter. He destroyed Kell Brook in 4 rounds, 5 rounds. Oh, he don't do no numbers. It's always an excuse. A trainer don't talk like that. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, Bob probably right. You know? And if Bob is truthful, I think he's being true here. I know for sure. I ain't saying no names. That ain't what I do. I know for sure that everybody know at PBC Al ain't making that fight. Everybody at PBC know Errol Spence that fight ain't getting made. So that's just the honest truth. But you know, Bob's just trying to do everything he do to save Crawford. My whole thing, Crawford shouldn't have to jump ship to make a fight with Errol Spence. If was it Don King and Bob Arum could make Felix Trinidad and Oscar De La Hoya, well, you know, I want them anyway. If they can make that fight, why can't they make this fight? Al Haymon just need to say, you know, straight up and down. Al Haymon just need to say, you know what? We just the league. And if the WBC and the WAWO, IBF want to be our section belt body, we a league. We like Bellator, we like UFC. We a league. And that's what we are, we a league. We not fighting no outside competition that's signed to another major promoter. We only gonna deal with free agents. In our main roster, he got like over what? They say what, 300, 400 fighters? Just do it that way, and just at the end of the day, just say, you know, we're not interested in fighting, you know, top rank in the zone. For we want to fight, we want to deal with free agents and fighters that's under the PBC banner. And I can, excuse me, I can respect that. I can respect. Just go ahead and do it that way. You know, this is like the equivalent of Daniel Du Bois. Somebody made a great point about this. Daniel Du Bois shouldn't have had to make the decision. He shouldn't have to make the decision that he no longer wanted to fight. He shouldn't have to make that. His corner should have saved him. And Al Haymon can save his fighters right now. Just say, you know what? PBC, we're not working with no outside entities. We're not working with no outside companies. If you sign or you're a free agent, we can work with you. But from now on, we got a PBC bubble. We only fighting guys that's with Al or that's a free agent that can work on a fight-by-fight deal. Or they can sign an extended deal. And that I can respect. Being the WBC, and you know, if they did their job, you know what I'm saying? If they did their job, it wouldn't be so many belts. Order the fucking fight. If Terrence Crawford is Errol Spence, man, order the fight. And if Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence don't want to do the fight, or Crawford don't do the fight, then strip them of their belts or just drop them out the rankings for a year. It's simple. And I can tell you, you know, Al Haymon, only thing said, well, Al don't want the fight. All we could be saying is either Al don't want to work with Bob, which he has worked with him in the past, or Errol don't want to fight. And if Errol don't want to fight, okay, you won't be the first, you won't be the last. But don't sit here and talk shit. That's my whole thing. Don't sit here and talk shit and try to mislead your fans. Just go out and say, I'm a pussy, I'm a hoe. And I'm cool with it. I don't want to fight the man. And okay, cool. Sugar Ray Leonard didn't want to fight Aaron Pryor. And people dispute that to this day. Aaron Pryor, the baddest, was my favorite fighter going back and watching. Badass. Any real boxing fan love Aaron Pryor's style and what he represented. He stopped Tommy in the amateurs. People want to talk about that black bottle. Man, he was whooping ass way before that black bottle. He whooped ass after that black bottle. But that's my favorite fighter. I go back in history, he's my favorite fighter of all time because I like what he stood for. He can box, athletic, you know, he can beat you up. He can, Aaron Pryor, take you where you want to go. What Pete Rock and CL Smooth say? CL, what you wanna do, you know. Whatever, however the hell it go. But that's just my opinion on it. You know, but then again, you know, Bob gonna talk his stuff, you know. I'm gonna talk my stuff, but I know. Everybody battling, everybody in Dallas know that he don't want to fight. Be real. But you know, we in the era of fake fanboys. Everybody know that man don't want to fight him. But to move on, but that's Bob's perspective, and I believe Bob. Terrence the co-signer said Bob didn't try to make every fight. They offered Sean Porter, he said no. They offered Danny Garcia, they said no. They offered Errol Spence. Apparently, you see where they at. Keith Thurman. Like I said before, man, PBC, man. I love the black business, but it's fucking up boxing. And I ain't gonna say Bob Arum did it before. He's done it before. He didn't want to work with other promoters. Now he has to, but we already know Errol don't want to fight, and that's okay. They said Marvin Hagler didn't want to fight Mike McCollum. That's okay. Floyd Mayweather didn't want to fight black fighters. Y'all basically say that's okay. That's okay. And when he did fight him, he had some of his scariest moments. Shane Mosley scared him. He was a little old too. Floyd was old too. Chop Corley scared him. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that don't really bother me, bro. If he don't want to fight, it's not the first fight that boxing didn't make, and it won't be the last. But all I'm saying is just keep it 100 bun. Just come out and say you don't want to fight, and I can respect that. But to move on for real. Apparently, shout out my boy Bushido Boxing. That's my boy right there, man. And check his channel out. He had a Steven So-Called Nelson super middleweight that fight out of Bud Gym and B&B Boxing. Shout out to Bomac and all them over there. And he had him on, and he basically said that it wasn't like Derrick James that stopped him. You know, it wasn't Errol Spence. They said the citizens of the Dallas Errol Spence fans stopped Bud from going to the ring. And they say they lied and say he was disrespecting his family. Now I got somebody else. Tom Bennett said he seen it. He said they was disrespecting. I got a channel too, Tom Bennett Sports and Entertainment. They said he was disrespecting. They said Bud was disrespecting Errol family, and that's not true. I got that, you know. And then again, you just know what type, man. Dallas know. That's so crazy about it. They know. And I ain't talking shorty low. R.I.P. They know. Hello. They know. They know. Like, that's sad. When the fans don't, I'm just like, boxing is just at a terrible point. And people say, oh, it's a tremendous, any nigga that tell you, or any woman or man, excuse me, that tell you boxing is at a good place right now, they just start watching boxing. I guarantee you, they just start watching boxing. I've been watching this shit for over 25 years. You feel me? Anybody that say, oh, boxing is at a tremendous place, and it's at, no, it's not. Grew up in the 90s when James Tony and Roy Jones today, if they was fighters today, they'd still be building that fight up. Still. And that's kind of where I'm at with boxing. You know what I'm saying? I'm at a place where I'm still living in the past, but the past is good to me. You feel me? It was real good, but I mean, we have to wait and see as far as, what happened in the future, but I'm not going to get mad at him. I'm not mad at the brother. Do what you do. But at the same time, like, dude, you got the regular fans stopping him from going to the ring. Like, Bud couldn't put hands on him, but then again, he'd been facing cases, and they would have been crying, and they would have been crying and saying, Bud hit me, and he hurt me, and my ass, my back, my esophagus, and all of that. But then again, that just let you know when the fans stop the best fight from happening, you just know what it is. But that's just at the point where we at in boxing where you guys don't want the best fights. I'm all right with it. It's just at the point where, shit, you got to go where the best fights at. Once I understand the UFC and everything, man, that's probably where combat sports I'll be at. But I'm going to tell you this, they had the hardest time making the best fights when they involved two black fighters. Honest truth. Look at Anthony Joshua and Wilder. Why they couldn't fight? Why you had to fight Fury? And they ain't got Fury 50-50. But then they said the citizens, them niggas try to do a citizen arrest. You're not gonna fight Bud. I mind. You ain't gonna fight Bud, man. I'm telling you right now, man. We is not gonna get his ass whooped, man. I mean, look here, man. I respect these dudes way more. But they say, you know what? I done converted a few, but a few, I ain't gonna say I converted, but a few Errol fans didn't convert it. And I can respect it. You might not see the light, but at some point you're gonna have to see it. He ain't want it, dude. I'm telling y'all, the city of Dallas don't want it. He don't want it. And I'm calling Dallas out. Love Dallas. Been there before. But they don't want it. They don't want it. Calling y'all out. Y'all hiding behind Al Haymon just as much as Errol. Y'all don't want it. You think that shit gonna fly in Detroit? Absolutely not. Tommy Hearn's gonna call you out. Everybody gonna call you. Bronco McCart gonna call you out. Chris Berg gonna call you out. Clarissa gonna call you. Man, just in the state of Michigan, we ain't cut like that. You ain't gonna see none of us ducking and dodging. If we get knocked out, we get up and do it and fight it again. Same thing with Philly. Philly ain't going for it. That ain't how niggas motherfuckers. That ain't how we move. Philly gonna hold anybody accountable. They don't want that's ducking the smoke. We can handle if you lose, but they say nothing. No such thing as halfway crooks. They scared. They shook. Let's move on. Apparently, Leo Santa Cruz and woke up from his fucking Martin Luther King Boondocks coma and said he wanted a Tank rematch. You know what's so funny about it? Tank would do the rematch. He'd do the rematch. Like I said, I didn't pay for the first fight. Tank a good fighter. Leo put up a hell of a fight, but then again, you made a mistake. Never punch with your back off the ropes. And basically, that's how Lamont got knocked out with a Matisse. He exchanged the hook with a hooker. And Leo made a cardinal sin of punching off the ropes. Did he earn a little bit of respect from me? Yeah, but he's still a duck ass, hoe ass nigga to me. Ain't no two ways around. I'm good on him. He went out there and did the Mikey Garcia. That's what we call it. Take a high risk fight, and get a what you call a moral victory instead of fighting Gary Russell. And Al Haymon, doing Gary Russell wrong. But I ain't really got much to say on that. He can do what he want to do. I'm pretty sure Tank and Mayweather slobbing their mouth for a rematch. But Mayweather was scared. Mayweather was scared for real. Real talk. He ain't want that smoke. He thought Tank was about to lose for real. Mayweather was back there about to have a panic attack. But that's what happened when you step up in some opposition. Leo was touching him and Tank just didn't know how to get out the punches. And Leo was taking the punches well for real. He was taking the punches real well until he, didn't see the one that come to uppercut. That's something that camp, that's one of Tank's favorite shots. It's an uppercut. But end of the day, he made a mistake. And you gotta pay for your mistake. When he paid for his mistake, with an eternal rest. But yeah, Anthony Joshua said that the deal still stands for Wilder. And I said he fight Wilder. Dude, I already respect Anthony Joshua a lot more. But after he stood up against those white people because he was standing up for the black people in his community. But if he fight Deontay Wilder, win, lose, or draw, you gotta put some respect on his name. But what's so funny about the situation is, even though Anthony Joshua fans didn't stop Wilder from getting in the ring, Anthony Joshua already had him stop from getting in the ring. So what's the difference? I mean, everybody, you know, kissing Errol ass, but he's doing the same thing with Anthony Joshua. The only difference is Anthony Joshua is a brother from the UK. The same thing Joshua did to Wilder, in our eyes, it's the same thing Errol did. The difference is Joshua gave a fucking offer a couple times. He offered that man, remember the contract wasn't signed, however you want. Errol Spence won't even send the man an offer. But y'all sitting here saying, oh, what Errol doing, man, he don't do this many numbers. Same thing Anthony Joshua fans was saying. That just shows you that dudes don't have no consistency in their argument, dude. So I don't even feel bad no more. You know what I'm saying? Because everything Joshua was doing, y'all praising Errol for doing. Oh, Errol don't have to do this, Errol don't have to do that. What's the difference between Joshua? You know, at the end of the day, you got to apologize to Anthony Joshua then. Come on. Devin Haney ducked Javier Fortuna and Jorge Linares. That's a fact. Care what his daddy say. What they saying? They ain't saying nothing. Acting like, you know, they getting ducked, but they ducked two fighters. That's a fact. What if Terrence Crawford had the performance that Devin Haney had versus Gamboa? Oh, he ain't nothing. He don't deserve a fight. Like I said before, man, people stand for nothing in the boxing community. A lot of these dudes stand for inconsistency. They stand for nothing. Nothing. And with a man and a woman without a code, man, I can't mess with you. All you do is sitting here, okay with what Errol Spence doing. Apologize to Anthony Joshua. It's only right. But a lot of these dudes can't admit that they wrong. A lot of these dudes don't even deserve to exist in this boxing universe. But then again, YouTube and social media, a lot of these dudes, man, I get in there and I ain't fought in years. I'll fuck one of these niggas up. But you know what? I said in 2021, I ain't doing that. Can't none of these dudes put the gloves on. Just because you got muscles or you that shit don't mean nothing in boxing. They talk behind the mic. Let me see you do it. Anything. Hit a tennis ball, throw a football, whatever. There's too many people talking, dude, that don't have the right to talk. And then they giving other people the right to talk. Then they using women, to get out of here, man. Get out of here. And then they get women on here who just regurgitate the shit that they don't even know what they talking about. And you shouldn't be able to speak on YouTube without at least 10 years of watching boxing, living it, breathing, or at least doing it. And a lot of these dudes couldn't do it, bro. Couldn't do a sport. A lot of these dudes ain't played a sport. And everybody got the right to have an opinion, which that ain't right. It should be a YouTube test or a social media test you should have to pass about boxing. Like the bar. It should be the boxing bar. We already know that ain't the way it go, but at the end of the day, man, with Joshua, man, he good with me. These Errol Spence fanatics, the same dudes that was trying to gobble Anthony Joshua dick on up. Man, he ducking Wilder and this, that, and the third, man. Look at Wilder, man. Let a white boy beat him on Black History Month and made excuses. AJ got beat, was on the streets of New York playing basketball, and kids was cracking jokes on him. AJ got in there and ran. He got in there and won. Andy Ruiz should got on his toes and learn how to cut the ring off. And then Wilder got all these bad words to say about Andy Ruiz. Oh, he should have. And then you can go out there and get beat by a white boy on Black History Month. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. This is a fucking joke, man. But it is what it is, man. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. It was a little bit longer than I anticipated. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsor, video request. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? Cash App CJ Good 313. Links in that's in the description. PayPal link there as well too. Best way to donate. Share the video. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. We gone.
Belief About
I'm on the phone.
You on the phone?
Yeah.
You looking at my baby?
No, I ain't
Shit.
looking at right? No, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, man. Next time we come outside, don't be staring and shit like that. I don't like that.
I wasn't
shit.
looking at him.